In this video series, we're talking about managing AI in the enterprise. And I'm suggesting my manifesto throughout this video series is that we ought to manage AI like an asset. And that's not just for the cost and risk, that's to help unlock the innovation, to lower the barriers to entry for people exploring AI and innovate faster and therefore be more competitive and differentiate ourselves in the market. So what we've covered in this video series is we've spoken about the fact that AI is looking very similar. It's got all the hallmarks of enterprise IT sprawl. It's new technology, it's exploratory, it's potentially, there's no ROI potentially, and the governance is not necessarily in place. That's what it's looking like. We spoke about some of the common use cases and what people are using AI for. We also spoke about the barriers to people using AI, what's stopping them, their fears around using AI in the enterprise. We spoke about the risks involved in AI in the enterprise and what the team needs to look like to address that. And we spoke about some of the regulation that's coming down the pipe for large enterprises globally in terms of managing this new technology properly. And finally, we spoke about some sort of early baby steps in terms of governance, so discovery, classification, and responsibility of this stuff. In this final video, I just want to leave you with 3 quick takeaways about all of this in terms of managing AI like an asset. The first of which is, my first takeaway to go and implement is, this is showing all the, as I mentioned, AI is transformative, it's big technology. But in terms of its use in the enterprise, it's showing all the hallmarks of classic enterprise sprawl. And you just need to think, if you're managing technology in the enterprise, what did we use last time to fix this? It might have been cloud or SaaS or whatever. What did we use to actually manage that sprawl? Because we need to replicate it for AI too. Think about the guidelines, the documents, the blockages, or whatever you needed to put in place, and how can we replicate that? Because that will help you get there quicker, because that method would have been adapted to your specific enterprise. The second takeaway I would recommend is that if you're managing technology in the enterprise, I would recommend an innovative approach. So we don't want to be the department of no. We want to actually unlock some of this innovation, and you can do that through governance and putting guardrails in place and helping people innovate. Some people have said that the EU AI Act that we covered in the last video is actually restrictive, but actually I think the opposite of true. Because people now know what the guidelines are, they can actually innovate faster. And the same is true of your enterprise. If people know what the rules are, and they don't need to be strict, they just need to be guardrails to say, please innovate within these barriers, then people can move faster. I'd urge you to take that approach rather than just the stick. And the third takeaway from this series is for you personally, as in terms of your career development, in that we're at the ground floor of this stuff. We're in the Wild West stages of AI, and this is a great opportunity to get your arms around the subject and go and learn this stuff. And I'm not suggesting that you go away and be Python developers or AI engineers tomorrow, unless of course that's what you want to do. But if you want to look after and innovate in the enterprise, this is where it's going to be at. It's going to be a lot of technology in this space in the next 10 years, and we're going to need to be able to manage it and look after it and show the return of it. And there's going to be a lot of skills around AI that are required. So that's my third and final recommendation. So that's been my video series on AI in the enterprise and managing AI like an asset, because we want to manage the cost, the risk, but also unlock the innovation. If you have any questions around AI in use in the enterprise, around implementing it, around managing AI, around managing the cost, the risk, innovation, I'd love to hear anything that you have to ask. So please drop a note in the comments below and I'll be pleased to reach out to you. Thank you for your time and attention. Cheers.